What's up, you guys? Welcome to our newest flip here in Gilbert, Arizona. I have my beautiful wife, Angel, here with us.
Hi, guys.
We're actually not looking to sell this property on the market. We're gonna be looking to keep this property, and it's super exciting. It's gonna be the biggest remodel we've ever done. So let's start walking the property so I can start breaking down a little bit of the details and what we're gonna be doing on this flip. So one of the things that interested us in buying this property is because it sits on over an acre lot. This is actually 1.3 acres. We have horse stables, we have a horse corral, we have all this space, we have a huge side yard. I know we have big plans to maybe even convert our horse stable over into a guest house, adding another pool, adding a pickleball court, like everything fun, everything you can dream of.
Yeah, we're gonna take these walls down and most likely convert these stables. We were thinking, I don't know, a bar or maybe a pool house or a guest house.
So here are our horse stables that we're not going to be using as horse stables. In this situation, it makes more sense for us to convert this, go to the city and say, hey, we already have this existing covered patio. We just want to cover it. We want to close it in and make it livable square footage because we can get away with a little bit more because this is so far set back on the actual property itself. If I was not to do that, I'd probably have to start building the actual house right here, and then I'd have to go out from there. So it starts to eat into the lot. We'd have a lot of dead space in the back here. And this used to be a huge farming area. So that's why we have these large lots that are out here. And that's one of the reasons why we were so attracted to this area. It's booming when it comes to raising a family in this area. It's one of the #1 safest areas in the entire country to raise a family. So as we move past the horse stables, now we have this entire horse corral area. This is probably bigger than our existing backyard that we currently live in right now.
There's so much space to utilize to really create whatever we want.
Behind us, they're actually doing all luxury builds. Those lots are selling for about $850,000. And right now we have plans that we were told about of houses that are being built in there that are gonna be about 6,000 to 7,000 square feet. So with that said, why don't we get inside the house? Let's tell them a little bit about the plans that we're putting together. We'll talk about the numbers, where we bought this, what it's gonna be worth at the very end, and really what the entire rehab's gonna look like, because this is massive.
Let's do it.
So as we start working our way back to the front of the house here, I can start breaking down what we're gonna be doing, the whole game plan here. But first and foremost, this house is currently a 2,500 square foot house, 4-bed, 3-bath property as well. And we're going to be expanding this to 4,600 square feet. And I'm telling you, everything is getting redone. These awesome, cool arches that are going to go away because this is all going to get closed in. This is all going to be a part of the foyer, and we're actually blowing through this entire wall to make a big 10-foot opening because we're going to have a big grand piano room. We went from 150 on the budget to now probably closer to 350, 400. Over doubled it, almost tripled it really fast.
It's almost kind of like a guinea pig property for ourselves if we want to get into luxury, because with a lot of these properties, the older homes that are original 60s, 70s here that are now getting rebuilt and knocked down and made into these gorgeous mansions that you see, they do take that hefty of amount of work. You know, what's better than testing it out on our own house and seeing if we like it or not?
Let's do that, yeah. Let's get inside and break down some of the numbers though. So as we come into the property, you can see already we have this massive, huge fireplace that everybody for some reason loves. So this house was originally listed for $1.1 million on the market, and we ended up picking up this property after it sat for 4 or 5 months on the market for $700,000. It was a no-brainer for us to do this because we looked at this from the flip perspective, and we have a house right down the street where they did the same exact thing that we're doing with this property, and that one just sold for the same square footage that we're gonna be at for $3.25 million. The $700,000 purchase price, we're thinking all of that remodeling is gonna take roughly $400,000, so we put those two numbers together. We have our 700, we have our 400, that's gonna put us all in at $1.1 million with the rehab, and we're looking to get to about a $3 million ARV on this property. Gross spread of about $2 million, which is really exciting. So as we move our way into the kitchen here, nothing here is gonna be the same, so it's really hard to give you guys a really strong picture of what this is going to look like. The entire back wall of this house is getting pushed out an additional 12 feet, so this kitchen is actually going to be close to 56 feet long. We're gonna have a 12-foot island in the center of the kitchen. We're gonna have double arches on each side that's gonna go back to a butler's pantry that wraps around, and then that connects to our new 6-car garage that we're gonna be building on this property as well.
I'm thinking long-term. Kids gotta drive cars, so, you know, there's only so much you can fit. I don't want them to sit out in the Arizona heat.
I'd rather have more space than less, especially if we're doing this heavy of a rehab already, right?
That is exactly how we continue to bribe our conscience and just keep on racking the bills. That's why the budget is never gonna stay out where we think it's gonna stay at. It's gonna be the wow factor.
Oh yeah.
Really.
So as we walk here into the primary bedroom, it's a good sized primary bedroom actually. This back wall that we just walked through, we're gonna be pulling forward about 3 feet. And the reason why is because we don't need this closet space here. It's just gonna make the space more efficient because we're gonna do a brand new closet, which we'll break down for you as well, as we start to work our way over here into the bathroom. And the bathroom is right here. So this is really great because it's a good sized bathroom already. Through this wall, we have our tub, our shower, we have a toilet. So we're gonna be reconfiguring some of this in here. This is not gonna be this low. These are gonna be 12-foot ceilings, super, super tall. So it's going to feel very, very grand. It's gonna be really, really awesome. And then on this side, we have a small walk-in closet for the primary, but on the other side of this walk-in closet is a very, very large laundry room that's currently there. And we're gonna be blowing through that and actually making a 13-foot by 13-foot walk-in closet, which is larger than our child's existing bedroom.
We want to make sure we account for certain little areas that I think, in my opinion, every woman should have. I personally like a toilet completely separated with its own separate door. So it creates that privacy because, you know, nobody wants to see that or just kind of have that in the main bathroom space. And then this over here, I asked Steven, like, how can we maximize a space where we keep the double vanity and we have our own space for the bathroom, but I also have like a little get ready makeup vanity where I get to keep all of my hair stuff, makeup stuff, like just a separate area to get ready in. This closet is gonna be blown out and pushed back, so it's gonna be a really big closet. But we're almost kind of building in a nook, like a built-in vanity, I wanna say, and create all that storage space and a big, nice mirror to get ready in. And you know, that's kind of like my meditation in the morning. I love getting my cup of coffee and sitting at the vanity, getting ready.
It's when she binges all of her Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's exactly the time.
He's not wrong. That's my reality TV time.
But let's blow through this and let's go to the other side so you can see what the actual laundry room looks like, because that's going to lead us over to the garage and we have big plans there as well. So now we're working our way over here into the laundry room, which is a good sized laundry room. These walls are all going to be gone, but this is all going to be an extension of what's on the other side of this, which is our walk-in closet. So it ends up making this massive, like I said, 13-foot by 13-foot room with a washer and dryer in there. We already have our hookups. These are actually going to stay right here. We're just going to keep them as stackables, and then we'll most likely do cabinetry wrapped all the way around. This leads us into the garage area, and we are no longer going to have this garage. What we're going to be doing here is turning this into our grand piano room. These walls are also going to be partially blown out. We're going to be adding another bathroom on one side, and then we're also going to have just another storage area, which is going to be about a 6-foot by 6-foot storage closet, which is going to be plenty of space on that side of it. We'll have a chandelier drop down, and the windows here are actually going to be blown out and be a huge wall of windows. We're going to be putting a fireplace over here on this side where the garage door currently is, so that way we can really have our double couches centered around that. We'll have our grand piano back here. We want it to feel like it's almost on Architectural Digest, you know?
Yes.
So you have that big 10-foot opening where the fountain was in the beginning when we were first walking through the house. That's going to be opened up, so as soon as you walk into the foyer, you can look to your left and go, whoa, that's super cool. Look at that. You got this beautiful fireplace. You have the chandelier. You have all the stuff. And it's separated. Well, and another huge thing for me is that if your wife wants a fireplace, you're putting in the fireplace.
Happy wife, happy life.
So as we're walking our way over to the next side of the house, you will see we have this little bar area. We're going to be closing this in because there's a lot of dead space. And then as well as we have another storage closet here that's just really not needed. I'd rather it be closed off and again, get more space on the other end. And I'll show you why that is as we start to walk through the hallway here. So working our way here to the bedrooms, we have first and foremost a hallway here. So these cabinets right here, or this closet space here, we're actually going to blow out. So that way this feels like a lot larger of a walkway. Right now it's 3 feet. This will end up making it a little over 5 feet. So it feels a lot more grand as you're walking in. We have our hot water heater, we have our furnace. This is all going to be going over into the garage area as we get all new equipment. We're going to put a door here. So this is going to become the closet because we no longer have a closet here. Now this will become the closet. And if you look real quickly here too, we have a little cabinet space here. So that all connects on this side of it to that closet that we're going to be creating there. So we're going to blow this out as well because there's just no need for it. If we keep walking back this way too, storage that we do not need. There's tons of storage on this new house that we're building right now. So we don't need this storage. So we're going to blow this out as well. So it's going to make the walkways and the hallways all a little over 5 feet. It's going to feel way more grand because remember, our ceilings are going to be 12 feet. We're going to open everything up. It's going to feel bigger, more grand, more awesome. And this is a secondary ensuite. This has shared vanities in here as well. So you got double vanity on this side, tons of storage. We're going to keep the storage here. We're just going to make it look nicer. We're going to tile all of the bathroom, but really not changing too much of the layout on this side here.
And it's just a guest space that we're going to convert into one of our kids' rooms. Really not a lot to do here. This is such a spacious bedroom, which again, Steven and I were shocked because a lot of the original 60s, 70s homes, the bedroom sizes themselves are really, really small. And these are massive. These are like double the size of our house right now that was built in like 2005. We're just cosmetically going to rip everything out. So paint the walls, raise the ceilings, new fans, new hardware, new floors. And then what are we doing with these closets? I mean, we got to update them.
This is going to turn into
right?
an entire wall of closets. Yes, we're going to make it look really nice. It'll probably be single shake or something like that. We'll figure out what it is, but this is going to turn into an entire wall of closets because right here, if you remember that bar area, this is where the bar area is. So then we have these two weird closets on each side. So that's why we're closing in the bar area so we can make a huge wall of closets. And it gives plenty of closet space for our daughter, who I'm assuming is going to have the same clothing addiction as you.
I'm not that bad.
Let's keep it going.
Just even walking to the other side of the house, nothing too exciting in here. Again, just painting, new floors, new floorboards, raised ceilings, new hardwares, new doors. I think it's gonna just feel like a massive change.
We have another bathroom on this side of the house, which is great. I love that we have 2 separated bathrooms so that we can have guests and we can have kids. It doesn't feel like they're all on top of each other. And it moves us over into another large bedroom. This wall right here is gonna be a wall of windows as well, just like the other garage area, because the garage area was the front-facing portion of the house, and this is the other front-facing portion of the house. And we have a walk-in closet in here, a nice-sized walk-in closet. If we have another daughter down the road, she can have all this extra closet space.
And all this leftover furniture that I don't know how the heck we're gonna get out of this house.
There's a guy that follows us around and takes our pianos and our cars, so if you're watching this. So real quickly, let's finish up outside in the actual backyard where we have the wall that we were walled in that you guys didn't get to see earlier. That way we can show you how far we're expanding this house and what we're gonna be doing in that whole section that we're expanding. So let's get out there. Coming out to the backyard here, this makes it a lot easier to understand when we say that we're expanding this 12 feet. From this wall to these posts is 12 feet. So we're expanding, basically just taking the entire covered patio area, closing it in, again, 12-foot ceilings. It's gonna be a part of the main house. We're doing all new trusses on this house. They already tried to do this previously, and this is a really funky mudroom, laundry room that they put together, but we're gonna keep it as the actual mudroom, laundry room. And right about here is where we're gonna be able to start walking into our kitchen. So we can go through the mudroom into our kitchen, which is gonna feel really, really big. And then on the opposite side, it's gonna be the same exact layout as the mudroom on this side of it, but it's gonna be an actual office space. So it's gonna be 19 feet long by 12 feet wide. We might put a slider out here so that way we can just look out, we can walk out, you know, have some separation. So from those posts all the way to this wall is exactly 20 feet. So it's gonna be a 72-foot by 20-foot covered patio is what we're turning the entire thing into, which is gonna feel super grand. We're gonna have ceiling fans, we're gonna have TVs, we're gonna have lights. It's gonna be really big, really awesome. And this wall is absolutely gonna go away. So that way we can step out into our large covered patio, have all of our friends, have all of our family members over, be able to watch all the kids run around in the huge 1.3 acre lot, which we're really, really excited about. All right, well that really concludes the first initial walkthrough of our new property that we're gonna be doing this flip on. We're super, super excited for this project. It's gonna be a massive project, so we're gonna do more than just 3 episodes on this one. We're about a week out from starting demo on this project, so once we start demo, we'll bring Anna in, we can start talking about the details of what we're doing. Maybe we can take you guys along for when we're looking at finishes, all that kind of good stuff.
That's gonna be my favorite part, the finishing touches and really picking out the tile, the hardware, and all the things that are gonna put this house together, so.
Really excited to see how this one turns out. If you guys are interested in following this, make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel so you can follow along and see the entire journey and the whole transformation of this property.
Thanks for having me along this time around. I don't know why I said that. I really don't know.
Anytime, lady. We love to have you.
We'll see you on the next one.